What's up, everybody? I'm Cody.
And I'm Canyon McCarty.
And we're here because we are doing a 365 photo project. What that basically means is every day we're given a word as a prompt, and then we have to take a photo based on that word. And we thought, because we failed last year with our year project.
Yeah, we got pretty into it. But I mean, we succeeded the first time.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be a little more structured.
Yeah,
so.
And a 50% chip is not that good, in my opinion.
No, not at all.
So this year, we decided that once a week, we are going to do a podcast to talk about the photos that we shot during that week with the same word that we used. And this is the inaugural episode. That's the right terminology, right?
I hope so. Really, you're going to get ripped apart.
So let's just jump into this. The first shot is Canyon shot.
Unearthing my creativity. Getting real deep with it. And direct.
I really like this one. I think this is a good shot.
I wanted to do so much more with it, but it was... Are we cursing on this podcast?
Are
it
we
was
cursing?
So fucking cold. It was so goddamn cold the first of the year. I got out there and it was just awful. I had no gloves, nothing like that. Luckily the ground, you know that area gets flooded and stuff, so it was pretty
Is that
muddy.
the Hamilton side?
Yeah.
What lens did you use for this?
That was... I'm pretty sure it was just the 80... No, that was the 24 to 70. Yeah, because I wanted like kind of the wider shot on it. And also, since it was just me, like I love that 1.4 on the Sigmas, but like when it's just me with a remote, it is such a bitch to get that focus.
Yeah.
That it's just, it would have been, I mean, if it was warm, I would have had no problem with it, but it was too cold to be adjusted.
That was like, so far this year, that was by far the worst day, weather-wise. So it was great to start the year off.
Yeah, it really was.
That.
But I wish I could have added more dirt. Like I wanted to get really exaggerating. Like I wish, like I had dug deeper kind of thing. But yeah, I do what I
can. I like how like barren and empty it looks though. Like
that spot's so nice for that.
Yeah.
Because the trees are all set. The mud cracking is nice. So that's kind of what I wanted. Like you kind of forget that it's basically in our backyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
And I always like I don't know how you feel about this, but when it comes to that location, if I'm trying to think of a place and I can't think of anything, it's like my go-to.
It has been. There's just so many there's so much variety there, and like right now there's a very shallow puddle, not like puddle, but it's pretty big. You know what I'm talking about? Where we did the leaves.
Oh yeah,
Rebecca and all them. It's like super shallow right now, but it's frozen over. And I want to do something really cool with that. So I might do it tomorrow with it being like cold theme. So we'll see. But yeah, no, it's a great spot. Super great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm trying to make crowns my thing this year. I really like that a lot. And then blues. I like blues a lot. But you want to go yours?
Let's do it. It's really funny that you mentioned the weather. Yeah. Because like I was hanging out. That's Chelsea. I was hanging out with her, and I was like, we need to do a photo. Like, if you're hanging out with me today, please be in my photo.
Definitely.
I can't screw up the first day.
Yeah.
And she's like, fine, I'll do a photo with you, but my only stipulation is that you have to take me somewhere where it's warm.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes sense, but at the same time, it kind of handcuffed me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, where am I going to go that's warm? It's January in Iowa,
definitely.
That takes away, any outdoor location. And the only thing I could think of was utilizing our dead mall, which is where this is shot. It's such a it's
basically one big photo studio. Yeah. It's just giant empty and the lighting's not awful. And
I mean, especially if you use a flash. I couldn't imagine shooting in there without a flash.
Oh no.
But we just walked up and down the mall trying to make it work. I shot this one with the Sigma 50.
Okay, that's right. I was like, how the hell did you get that I guess bokeh?
The bokeh?
Because that looks nice.
Very carefully. I took my flash and I duct taped it to a tripod because I don't have a stand for it.
You still haven't fixed that?
No, I still haven't fixed it.
Oh my god.
I don't think I ever will, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there you go.
But to get that kind of creamy bokeh look, you have to have the flash so far away. Otherwise, everything is super overexposed.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, where the hell do you have the flash?
So I think I had the flash way over, probably 20 feet and up from her.
Definitely.
And This was one of two. Like, I have this one, and then there's another one that's kind of further back. But I just thought the bokeh looked better in this one.
No, yeah, and the angle, her jawline looks really nice.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, you could cut glass with that jawline. No, it looks good. I love it. And then, like, her skin looks great. The oranges and the greens look nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of unavoidable, too. It was one of those happy accidents because, like, greens and oranges match so well together. Mm-hmm. And that place is painfully orange inside. Yeah, like, all the lights are tungsten, and there's just, like, endless rows of them all the way down.
And that's, that flash saved your ass. Because, like, it's just crazy that it is so orange in there. And you couldn't, I mean, like, obviously the background's orange, like, kind of orange, but
yeah, she
looks great.
She would have been super Oompa Loompa if I didn't have my flash with me. So
no, it looks awesome.
Thank God for Godox.
Godox, sponsor us. Because we use your shit so much.
Yeah, exclusively, actually. All my lights are Godox.
Yeah, all of mine are too. And if anyone asks me, I'm like, dude, Godox.
Yeah, I do the same thing, like, Godox? What the hell is that? Because you know what's weird is I don't know if this is true, but I think it's true. Godox is two separate companies that overseas they call themselves one thing, and over here they call themselves another. Really? But it's the exact same company that makes the exact same product.
That makes I don't know what the other one's called, but I think I might have seen like the exact same flash, but like on a foreign website, and it was just something different.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the name.
I don't know, but they are awesome. But yeah, no, it looks great, man. That's awesome.
On to day 2.
Day 2. So, yeah, I was pretty stoked about this one. What's awesome is ever since me and Kayla got back from Thailand, I've been waking up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it's great for this project because I want to get fucking done. Yeah. Because it is so stressful when you wait till the the first 365, and then the one I got halfway through, I have pushed hitting 12 o'clock so much. Yeah, so having like my mornings now is so nice. And like this is really great because our new place over in Hamilton, we have those big windows in the bedroom, and that's just all natural light, and it looks so good. I was pretty happy with it. And the theme for this one, by the way, is resolutions, and just trying to get through it, man. Like I wanted to get my hands in there somehow, but I couldn't get the I couldn't get the look right, and I wanted like bloody hands, make some blood on the thing. But I thought the burn, you can kind of see the red up in the corner where I got some like fake blood on it, but. No, I'm pretty stoked about this.
Did you get that blurring effect at the bottom in post, or is that in the camera?
In camera. I mean, I always with analog, I add kind of a very light like bokeh effect. But I mean, yeah, that is it's focused on the like lettering that 1.4, so everything around it is pretty.
Did you use the 85 millimeter?
Yeah, yeah. No, I love compared to my 35. I've been only really using my 85.
Yeah, that 85 is nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It saves my ass at weddings and just all over. And it just like every time I think I kind of want a wider shot. It always gets so much like crap I don't want in it. Yeah. And that 85, as long as you get it backwards, you can still get that wideness a little bit, but it crops out everything you don't want, and it's awesome.
And plus, it's just so sharp. Like, it's like the sharpest lens I've ever. The lens we're talking about, by the way, is the Sigma 85 millimeter f1.4.
F1.4, yeah.
Art lens.
Yeah, art lens.
Probably the sharpest lens I've ever used in my life.
It's nice. I hear the like 105 or 125 is just as good, but I don't have the money for it yet. Sigma sponsors.
Yeah, Sigma.
All right. But yeah, a little darker theme, survive. Just that's kind of how I felt 2018. But you know, I don't know. I want to get through this year more positive. Yes. I could have wrote more positive shit on the list, but there's just something so like. Yeah, let's just
get through it.
Let's get through it. Well, let's go to yours.
Okay, mine is a self-portrait because I couldn't find anybody to work with because it was cold, and by the time admittedly I had drank the night before. I guess I didn't. It was New Year's, but I was on day 2 of a hangover. Yeah. So, like, I didn't get this shot till it was already dark outside, and then I couldn't find anyone that wanted to do anything.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it sucks.
But it looks good. Like, dude, you're just trying to survive.
Yeah, kind of the same
Trying to survive.
But the funny thing about this is that originally what I wanted to do was I wanted to breathe like fog over where my face was. So when you're looking at the picture, it would have been behind my shoulder, and then everything would have been sharp except my face, which would have been fogged out. But for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out.
How to do it.
And then on top, like the worst part about it was, like I would fog up the mirror, and then I would have to focus the camera, and by the time that happened, the fog had dissipated. So it just didn't work. And then my second idea was the same thing, except I was going to Photoshop my face.
Yeah.
Just like completely off. But I couldn't get the angle right where you wouldn't see the camera too. And any other angle, like with those kind of photos, if you're going to Photoshop off a face, I find it almost impossible to do unless it's like straight on your face. Because if your nose is over here, then you have to like clone stamp, and it just doesn't look right.
I want to see how you do that sometime, because I love when you do photos like that. Because I was thinking you should do was something like that, but like with pieces of your face missing. Which now that I think about it now, it would be dope. I don't know how the hell you do it, because I always think of shit from a practical effect, because I really suck at manipulating photos. Is like where you'd have like on the countertop a nose, an ear, an eye, and then you would do that thing with your face, and Photoshop was just blank.
That is a really good idea.
I'm like, how the hell did you do that? But yeah,
I might steal that one for one of these
I know
days.
for sure. Or we can both try it and see if
that'd be cool too.
Who can do it? Or we just we could do that. That'd be tight.
By the way, this is my least favorite picture so far of the 365 that I've done.
Is it because it's just you?
I think it has something to do with it. Like it's
me and you are way different when it comes to self-portrait. I don't mind self-portrait. Which what sucks is like now that I have tattoos, I was just talking to Lucas Matterson, the kid I did photos of today, and I talked to Kayla about it too. I love my tattoos, but half the photos I want to do, I want a blank canvas.
Yeah. And
that's what sucks is I don't really do my self-portraits anymore, is because like I have to, unless I have like long sleeves on, but like, you know, I know that's me. I don't want to know that's me in the photo.
Yeah.
I guess you could Photoshop the tattoos out. I have so many now. It's gonna be kind of a bitch. So, but no, dude, your fucking self-portraits are great.
I don't know. I think the other thing I don't like about it is like I really wanted it to fit a theme. And like in my mind, like when I look at the picture, it doesn't seem dark at all. It seems like I look relaxed to me.
I feel like you look tired.
Well, I mean, I always look tired. That's my default fucking state. But like literally everybody that looks at this photo is like, I don't get it, because like what are you resolving? You look completely unresolved in the picture. And now, like, I don't know what they're seeing that I'm not seeing, but I don't feel like I hit the theme as well as I wanted to.
I feel like you could have maybe done something different that might would have been more obvious. But like at the same time, if you say, oh yeah, this theme is resolutions. At least when I think that and I look at this, I think, fuck, I have to start some resolutions.
Okay, there you go.
So I kind of feel that at least with it. So
I'll take it.
So yeah, healthy is the theme on this one, and this is kind of with me. This last year, I had to get on Zoloft for my anxiety and stuff for my panic attacks, and I had to take it. I usually take it at night, and sometimes take it in the morning. But anyway, I always have to take it, and it's fine. Like that's what I felt kind of bad when I posted that whole long tirade on when I did post the photo about how it changed my life so much for the better, but it always bums you out a little bit that you have to take something.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of people comment on there being like, don't shame yourself or blah blah blah, or people shouldn't feel ashamed for. And I'm like, I'm not trying to shame anybody. Like this is solely me. I've been on Adderall since I was a kid. I just don't like taking pills.
Right.
I love that they're an option, and I love that it fucking makes my life so much better. But it's just kind of a bummer how the organic makeup of the human body can really be lame. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. But yeah, no. Another funny story about this photo is I have so many more pill bottles, because I was originally gonna do just like a platter of with Calista, because Calista Krogmeyer is the one in the photo, with her holding a platter of vegetables and fruits and stuff, and then there was just a bunch of empty pill bottles and booze. And I went to Walgreens and I was like, hey, how do you get empty pill bottles? And they like looked at me all weird, and they're like, how many do you need? And I was like, I don't know, 5 or 10, and they just gave me pill bottles.
Really?
Yeah, just empty, unmarked pill bottles. And I was like, this looks really bad. Because I get medicine from you guys. I hope you don't think I'm doing anything weird. So yeah, that was I didn't know you could do that. And yeah, and another time I wanted to get a syringe from Walgreens. And I never did because I was really scared of the repercussions. There's a lot of photos you can do with that.
Yeah, well, you'd probably end up on a list somewhere.
Yeah. So
you can find those like novelty sites that have.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'd want. But yeah, anyway, so that's my photo. Healthy breakfast, healthy mind. Kind of dark, kind of good. Depends on who you are when you look at it. But yeah. So.
When you told me about this photo, I had like a completely different picture in my head of what I thought you were going to do, which is what's really interesting about this project is like what you end up doing is so much different than how you describe it. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I thought it was going to look like kind of like a pinup style shoot. I was going to be like really wide and like holding a tray, like, you know what I'm saying?
And what's weird is I kind of wanted to do that a little bit, but I didn't have the setup for it. Like I don't have a backdrop or anything, and it was before work, and I was trying to get it done that morning, because my original idea was going to be like that, kind of a pinup, and I was going to have Callista fucking give the classic like face, but then I was going to have her and do another shot of her not moving, looking like she's drugged out of her mind, and I was going to Photoshop it where one half of her face was like that. Oh yeah. Like Callista, I love her to death, and she's such a good model. I could not. Apparently, I'm the only one who can like give such a dramatic because she couldn't do it. And I was like, well, maybe try to spit to the side of your mouth. And she couldn't get the spit out, so I was like, you know what? No pressure. Let's just try something different. So I think we're gonna try something down the road. But she absolutely killed it. Yeah,
that's a really dope shot. I also like if you look at like the stuff that's out of focus. There's like some, and I don't know if this was in camera or like in post, but there's a little bit of like color fringing.
Yeah, that's in analog.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I really like that effect. I think that's cool. It kind of like highlights the idea of like the pills to me, you know what I mean? Definitely. It gives it kind of like a druggy look, which I think is dope. Yeah. And I also really like your focal point too, like on the knuckles.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy with it. It turned out pretty good. I still, because I wanted to like make her, I wanted it to be like, everything was black. I wanted it to be like black and white besides the plate. But then it just looked kind of weird. I couldn't get it right without it looking kind of like cheesy. So I just kind of went with it more warm, but still desaturated. So. But no, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I like it. All right, this is mine. It's totally not the idea that I had. I actually did another shoot after this one that was supposed to be, like I kind of went the darker route too.
Yeah.
But my idea was I was going to have my friend passed out at a bar with like 4 or 5 shot glasses like next to her that were full.
Oh, that'd been cool.
And then one spilled all over her hand and she's like draped over the bar.
Yeah.
And we shot them, but it just like it didn't have the punch. It felt too ham-fisted to me.
Oh, gotcha.
Like a little too on the nose. And like the whole idea was like going the opposite of healthy.
Yeah.
But earlier in the day, I had met up with my friend Morgan. That's who's in the photo. Her name's Morgan Harrison. And another friend of mine, Jessica Gomez, is letting me use her photo studio.
Yeah. On my clock.
Super cool. Yeah.
I saw your car, yeah.
Yeah. Which is really awesome.
Hell yeah.
But it was also really kind of like overwhelming because I used all of her equipment. Like I had my camera, but her flashes, her...
Really?
Yeah, like everything in there was hers, and I'd never used any of it before.
Yeah.
And half of the shoot that we were doing here, like one flash would fire, but the other one wouldn't, and I couldn't figure out how to get them to work like in tandem.
Yeah, because this is your first time using them.
Yeah. Eventually, I figured out like if I put a sync cable into one flash and then hot shoot the other one, it worked all right.
Gotcha.
But this was kind of another one of those like happy accidents because I was really worried when I woke up the day after and I wasn't like a super big fan of the photos I'd gotten for my idea. And then I realized that when we were shooting, she didn't show up with like running makeup and shit. And I didn't know those mirrors were there either.
Oh yeah, she has a shit ton of mirrors.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Oh yeah, it's great, yeah.
But we shot all these like I don't know, these pop art photos with this bright red background, and they just looked a little too clean. So I was like, you should like go get water and just smear one side of your makeup, leave the other side perfect, just to make it look a little darker. And then by the time we hit the mirror, I realized that it kind of fits the theme of healthy because like on one side she looks like all good and you know, like put together.
Definitely.
And then the reflection, clearly like something's fucking with her, you know, she's been crying or whatever. So the idea for me was kind of like it's okay to not be okay type of thing, you know?
No, and the colors look great. The yellow looks awesome. No, it's a kick-ass photo for sure.
I think this one is probably my favorite so far of the year.
Really?
Like I'm really happy with it.
I always want to get weird with mirrors though. Like, and with this, I wish she like, because I think we've done something similar where with a second layer, have her just like the mirrored version of her just staring at her. Oh man.
Yeah, that would have been cool too.
But no, this looks great because I honestly I didn't know. Well, I guess I didn't know if you did 2 layers with, you know, her makeup being perfect and then another one of her being. But yeah, with it being a reflection, it worked out perfect.
Yeah, I mean it was great. It was all in camera. And I also like that one side of her face is messed up anyway because it kind of makes it look like she's almost 2 different people. You know
no, 100%. Like it's weird how the angle kind of works with that. No, it was a solid ass photo because it really does. The reflection looks a lot different in a really good way. And then I know the yellow, like the gold, like that warm. I really like that a lot.
Thanks.
So the theme for these were hot drink.
Was it hot drink? I thought it was warm drink.
One or the other.
Well, I mean, the same
thing. The idea I had in my head was, just, actually, I wanted kind of more of a fashion, like, photo where I was gonna get her a big fur coat, and I never got around to doing it, and it was gonna be her just holding the coffee and then a cup, but she was completely missing the cup, and it was just gonna look kind of like something you'd see in a magazine. Well, I forgot to get the fur thing, and I just didn't really like how it kind of was turning out. I think I would have needed to go for more of a like pinup style studio for that, kind of what I was in my mind was going for. So I was fire when I think of hot, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have broke the cup. I kind of wish I would have just lit the inside of the cup on fire and then had the drink going in.
That's my favorite part of the photo. Yeah, I like that it's broken.
It looks great. I wish I would have done one photo before I broke it just to see how it would have looked. But no, I love the fire going up the coffee. I didn't expect it to do that. Fucking Callista killed it, and she's been being so awesome waking up in the morning because this is before I go to work. So she wakes up.
Yeah, what time were you shooting these?
That would have been because I still work out beforehand. So I guess not that early, 7:30 or 8. So, but I mean, still pretty early for us for sure. Great. And it's hard finding. I love all my coffee mugs, so I kind of didn't want to break that one.
Why didn't you just go to Goodwill or something?
I didn't have time. I forgot to do it the night before. So I was pretty happy with it. We live right next to the police station, so I'm really glad no one walked out because it would have looked pretty weird.
Is that where this was shot?
Yeah, right on Hamilton. Backyard or back alley.
Because I was wondering that because I couldn't tell just by looking at it.
Yeah, I think that's the church over there and all that. So.
Oh, right on.
But super happy. I mean, there's not much meaning behind it. It's just more of just kind of a cool practical kind of effect thing. Hot drink. What are you going to really do something that's meaningful? It's not really a meaningful theme, I guess. I don't know.
You kind of have to just take it literally.
Yeah, it really is like a literal, straightforward.
Most of these are like you get like a little bit of a.
We get one word.
Yeah, or it's like it's less specific. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like I feel like last year the thing that we tried to do, like they were so incredibly specific. Like every project
the 52?
was the 52 weeks. It was like the most incredibly specific things you could think of, and then we just have to do what they told us to do. Like the creativity of it wasn't there, and that's how I kind of felt about this day. Like I knew you were going to use coffee. Yeah. Because what else are you going to?
We didn't even talk. Yeah. So when you did coffee, I was like, I figured we both were pretty heavy coffee drinkers, so why not?
Yeah.
You did yours here, right? I'm surprised.
No, I did mine at my mom's house.
Oh, see, I'm surprised you didn't do Los Canvas.
See that. We'll get to that. Like I tried that.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so let's go to yours real quick.
So a couple fun facts about this is that hand in the photo is my 14-year-old brother.
No, is it?
Yeah. Like, my mom was not super stoked about that, but I needed a hand, and she wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Because she's a tight ass and refuses to do fun things ever. So I
like you.
Yeah.
You're a good lady.
Oh, I love her to death, but she's boring. So anyway, so I made Jake use it, and there's this Paul Thomas Anderson film called Coffee and Cigarettes. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it, but I've heard it, and I love the alliteration of coffee and cigarettes.
Definitely.
So I knew I was gonna utilize that.
Yeah.
Which is also why it didn't work, because my first idea was to get a shot at the Lost Canvas. The same thing. Lost Canvas is a coffee joint in our town that I don't know about you, but I go there every day.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And I really wanted a shot there because the coffee shop is really cool, but you can't light a cigarette inside of the coffee shop,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And when the cigarette's not lit, it's so obvious that it's not lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I scrapped this idea entirely, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do is I'll just take some like candid photos of them pouring espresso into a coffee.
Yeah.
Which was a decent idea, but I didn't bring my flash with me.
Gotcha.
And I shot them all at f1.4 on the 50 millimeter, and none of the photos were sharp at all.
Such a thin.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Like the ones that were sharp in the wrong places.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So I ended up going to my mom's house, and I was like, Mom, let me use your coffee pot. And I was just going to have a photo of, like, a really boring editorial photo of coffee being made with, like, 2 oranges. Like, basically, like, people getting ready for breakfast kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a second, Jake's out of school right now. I could do my original idea with the coffee and the cigarettes. So we just went outside, and it was actually, like, a huge pain in the ass to get that smoke. Like the
steam?
Yeah, the steam.
Yeah. Because I was going to ask you, is that, I didn't know if you... I didn't think it was Photoshop, but I'm like, yeah, that looks really nice. Yeah,
it's not. It was in camera, which was actually a pleasant surprise too, because the screen's so small on the camera. I just accepted that I didn't get it because I couldn't see it. And then I got home and I was going through the photos. I'm like, oh, I got one.
There it is.
I got one. So, but another thing that's funny about this picture that kind of bothers me is I had been smoking a cigarette myself when I was getting the shot ready. And I lit that one for Jake, but he's 14, so I'm not going to have him take a drag on it or anything. So I sat my cigarette down, lit it, and then put it in his, positioned it where I want it. Because, again, he's 14. He doesn't know how to hold a cigarette. He kept, like holding it like a joint. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
Like, no, don't do that, man.
What show is that from? Like, don't hold it like, oh, man. It's from something. I know. That's awesome.
But if you look at the photo, you can totally see where my cigarette is right there because I forgot to pick it up. That whole series of photos, I just have to accept that my cigarette is just sitting there for no reason.
What I noticed and what I kind of really dig, I don't think you might have planned for it, but the drip from the coffee looks like it's coming off the cigarette.
Yeah, I definitely did not plan for that.
Yeah, that looks really cool. It's really subtle, but I really like it. And yeah, no, crisp all the way, and classic Parliaments. I don't ever smoke cigarettes, but everyone who I know smokes Parliaments to the point where I was getting...
Sponsor us!
I was getting out of the car one day, and there was just it was an empty pack of Parliaments where I park, and I was like, which one of my friends has been here? Because there's like, no one smokes Parliaments, apparently. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I know about cigarettes because of my friends.
Yeah, it's an old man cigarette. They're the cigarettes that my great-grandparents smoked, both of them. I don't have any memory of that, really, but my mom, every time I smoke a Parliament, she's like, it smells like my grandparents' house. Like, every single time.
Cigarettes just smell like cigarettes, though, I don't know.
You fucking killed this day.
I'm so happy with this day. This turned out so much better. Like, it was a rare fucking moment where It's exactly how I pictured it, and I'm so happy.
Isn't that nice when that happens?
Oh, it's so fucking well, and a lot of props. One Callista for being a boss ass lady.
Yeah, she had to be freezing.
It wasn't that. She's gonna kill me, but it wasn't as bad as like when I was outside on the first. But it was still pretty cold, and we did this for probably about a half hour, so she definitely was cold. Props to her for being comfortable with me, being it takes a lot. I think even if you are a nude model, I feel like it just takes a lot to do, especially out in public like that. I mean, because we're not in public, but people do go to the river, so I mean anybody could walk. And second props, Jordan Reynolds was with her as well, and he assisted me, and I had him do the lighting on the crown. And if he hadn't been there, that would have been a bitch, and I don't think I would have got the shot that I needed. Because
I was wondering about that when I first saw these photos, because I was like, how the hell did you do all of that by yourself?
I couldn't have, because this was with the 85, so I had to get pretty far back. We still had to help each other out, because I had him, as I was digging a hole for the smoke bomb, I had him spraying the primer on the crown, and we had to be careful of that so it wouldn't get in her hair, because she didn't listen to me and put product in her hair, so I didn't want to light her on fire. And then right when I lit the smoke bomb, I handed him the lighter, he lit that, I jumped into position, and luckily everything went how I wanted it, and Jordan kind of controlled where the smoke was with his jacket. So definitely a team photo right there.
Yeah, it's in my opinion, I think it's in your top 3 photos ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this photo, and I did a couple different photos of it that I posted, but with this one, I took out the warmness from around it, like out of the ground and out of the smoke over here, so it kind of looked like it just became warm on contact with her, and I'm really happy with this photo. I kind of want to put it in some contests. I'm not trying to suck my own dick, but I'm very happy with this photo.
You should be, dude. Your photo made me so upset with myself, honestly.
But your photo, because the one you posted was great, but the one where it's just a book and there's sparks all over it, I thought that one was dope. That was
really?
that was my favorite. I don't know why.
I think the reason I didn't pick one of those is because I already had a day where it was just hands. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted a little bit of variety, I guess. It's kind of like picking children. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, it's really hard to do. But I love everything about this. I love the sharpness. I love how the flames are a little overexposed. Like, it adds like this dramatic sensibility to it. I love how kind of like fairy tale-ish it looks.
That's what I was definitely going for.
And dude, that bokeh is so it's so creamy.
It's so, because I don't know what it is. The 85 and the 35 have the same settings, but somehow the 85 just looks better.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And we got super lucky. I got off work early. Still had a little bit of daylight, because I originally was going to do this at night, and I'm really glad I didn't. No, and love it.
Another thing I love about this photo too that I want to point out is the composition makes it look like you're shooting it from like a hole in the ground. You know what I mean? Because like the bottom of the foreground is. I was wondering if you were just like laying on your stomach or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it totally looks like you're under like in a hole, basically.
I like getting that foreground on the ground, from down below. Yeah, very happy with it. Props to Callista and Jordan. Definitely check out Jordan Reynolds' stuff on Instagram. He's been killing it. He's kind of one of the reasons, I don't know about Cody, but one of the reasons why I definitely want to do a photo project.
Oh, he's definitely my I watch that dude get good really fast.
He's like, oh man, you guys are inspiring me to do this. I'm like, motherfucker, you're making me need to step up my game.
Yeah.
Because, oh man.
I'm gonna become that old dude that is still doing shit he did when he was 20. And everyone that's like 20 years younger than me is going to be killing it.
Definitely.
So like, I need a project like this so I can get back on.
Yeah, and just keep our skills, like, because we did really good that 365, and I think we both just were not feeling that 52.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, like 2018, it seems like it was tumultuous for everybody. Yeah, like it wasn't a great year. Yeah. This year so far,
I'm pretty solid.
So good. Like I'm pretty happy with the year.
I think we both are going into it trying to be the best us.
Yeah, the best us that we can be.
The best me. But yeah, no, love this photo. And it's one of those photos that like really scares me, because I'm like, shit, now I gotta do a really good photo the next day. Yeah. So that's kind of the bittersweet part of it.
I don't even want you to flip the image, because mine is just it's inferior, man. It's just not as good.
See, I like it, and because I did a photo like this, and when we did the 365, but I didn't do it in that. I took the Tale of Two Cities, and I just did a really close-up shot of a sparkler in it. So definitely not as mad. It was more to highlight, like, I guess, burning the book. But yeah, no, this looks dope. Definitely a magical feel. Heather looks great. No, it looks awesome.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Heather, this would not have happened. Like, I was stressing out because I had wasted my entire morning trying to think of an idea.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have to do a cop-out, like, self-portrait of myself. Be like, I create my own.
Such a good
magic.
theme, though.
Yeah, but I had to work that night.
Oh, yeah.
And not only did I have to work, but I had to go in 2 hours earlier than I normally do.
Yeah.
And I didn't wake up early like I should have. So I had this small window of time. Couldn't think of goddamn anything.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to think, like, what's magical to me? What's something that feels magical?
You don't watch a lot of Harry Potter, do you?
No.
I do. I had to stop myself from doing another fucking Harry Potter photo.
But, so, like, what ended up happening is, like, it was serendipitous in a way because I couldn't think of anything. I had, like, maybe an hour and a half before I had to go to work. Totally thinking I was going to fail. Like, I thought, this is it. This is where I fuck up. But I had got a Snapchat from Heather because she doesn't live in town. She lives in I think, Fort Madison now.
Oh, now? Okay.
But she was in town and she had snapped me and said, hey, I'm in town. And I was like, dude, help me. Like, be in my picture for the day.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think this whole time, like, what's magical to me? What's magical to me? And all I could think of is, like, words. Like, you string words together and you create this thing out of complete nothingness. It's like, okay, I'm going to go try to find a book at Goodwill. And I kind of have a weird rule if I'm going to destroy a book. It has to be, like, a reference book or something that's just full of figures that nobody is reading for fun. Like, I can't destroy, like, somebody's art. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
But that was like a physician's reference or some shit. No, it was a book about like the secretaries of presidents or something. Like something that nobody's gonna give two shits about.
Damn, dog. That's harsh.
Well, I mean, would you care about Thomas Jefferson's assistant? Secretary? I don't.
No.
She'd have to lead a really, like, exciting life.
You just didn't read the book. Everyone's going to, like, jump on this. Like, did you read it? Because it's fucking exhilarating.
But originally, all I wanted to do was light the book on fire.
Yeah.
And have it look like she's reading a book that's on fire. But I couldn't get the flames to work right.
Yeah.
The second I would light the book on fire, I couldn't get it focused in time before the fire snuffed out.
Yeah.
And we shot this at an old abandoned warehouse because I needed it to be dark enough to see the flames because it was so bright. It's like the worst time of day to shoot. It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Hate shooting around that time.
It sucks.
And again, didn't bring my flash because I didn't think it was necessary. But the flames weren't working, and then Heather realized that she had sparklers from the summer still in the trunk of her car.
Oh yeah, that's
so she's like, let's try that. I'm like, yeah, let's try that.
I've been doing that lately, like at least for weddings, but now I've been like for just this project. I have a fuck ton of sparklers in my Sub, and then some smoke bombs.
Yeah, I'm so upset with myself for not stocking up last year.
Dude, they're open all year. Missouri has their fireworks shops are open all year.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, for real?
I swear to God.
Okay, well then I guess I'm gonna go stock up.
And like fireworks, like sparklers and smoke bombs, aren't illegal. Like those are just year round. I mean, they still have the normal ones. But you can get in trouble for those. But yeah, no, they have year round.
Holy shit!
How do you not know this?
How do I not know this?
You live by Missouri. They're our neighbors. But yeah, no, there you go. But yeah, no, I think it's a solid ass photo.
I mean,
and you can the sparkler made a really good effect with it.
I thought it was okay. I was pretty happy with it until I saw yours.
The only thing I would have done, because I like to get maybe a cloak on her, like just make it a little more witchy. That's the only thing I saw. I was like, the book looks dope. I was like, damn, I wish Heather was like.
That's another reason I chose this one over the one that was just the book. Is, you know, she didn't know that she was even going to be in the photo.
Yeah, definitely.
But
spur of the moment.
I have this weird thing where I don't like having logos and shit in my photos. Like I don't know why. It destroys the picture for me. But she had on like a band tee that had like Iggy Pop, and incidentally, every time I've shot with Heather, like the last 3 times, she has worn that shirt just completely on accident.
Yeah.
So it's happened multiple times now. But I like this photo because you can't tell. That,
oh yeah, you can't. No, yeah.
Like the
looks like
focal
she's just wearing
point
a cardigan or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which she was also wearing a cardigan. But I agree with you. I wish I would have made it a little more witchy too. But it kind of just
let's spur the moment. Yeah. No, for sure. I think
sometimes with these photos, you can't really think that much. You just kind of have to roll with it.
It's gonna get even worse.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially the days where you have other engagements that you have to do.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to like wedding days and stuff.
Yeah, those days are gonna be.
We're gonna have to like wake up super early and do those. Yeah, no, for sure. Like that's why I'm trying to get my shit done so early because I'm still working like full time. And then me and Kayla are still trying to work out. Like, that's what sucks about 365s. It's like you still have, like, it's not a good excuse to give up on other things. Like, I still want to get fit. I still have a job.
Yeah.
I still have other, friends to hang out with.
Right.
So,
I mean, that part of it is actually kind of helping because...
Oh, yeah. You
like,
get to see friends.
Yeah, like,
stuff. True.
It gives me an excuse to be like, hey, come hang, and we'll do some photos.
Definitely.
And it's been nice that there's been so many people that have been like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, everyone's pretty supportive.
Or I'll see somebody out somewhere and they'll be like, I really like the day 4 photos, and then I'll have to think like, what was day 4? But like it's cool to see that people are like engaged.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of people that hit me up and like, hey, what do I got to do to get in this photo? I was like, I'd love you to be in this photo. I just don't know when I'm gonna need, like, not need you, but when I'm gonna have an idea that consists of like, I guess your look or something like that, because that's kind of how it is. Like I have like a certain vision that I'm like, oh hey, I'm gonna call on you now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, and that's what I'm trying to do this year. Like the next photo with like Lucas Matterson, our fucking super like photogenic dude. I want to start shooting more guys. Like I want a variety this year. So that's gonna be one of my goals with this. It's like kind of like how you're doing is just I think you said it with like when you shot with Taylor.
Yeah, like
with new people.
Yeah, you find like a group of people that you can get good stuff with every time.
Yeah,
and I think it's kind of at least for me, it feels a little bit lazy to use them all the time.
Yeah, I know, and that's how I feel like Callista a little bit, at least recently. But like that's why I'm trying to like do shit where it's not Callista.
Yeah,
like it's more just a body.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or how like before when Sydney was around here, I was always taking photos of Sydney.
I think we both do that. Like we get in these periods where we shoot with one person all the time.
100%.
And then it's like someone else is like 3-4 months down the road. It's like that's the person I'm working with right now. But I'm trying really hard to break that habit.
Definitely.
Because I would love to not have a duplicate person the whole year. Like it's gonna be impossible. Yeah, impossible. I'm saying like I would. Like ideally, it would be 365 different people. Yeah. I mean, not even necessarily that, because not every day is going to be
objects or something. Yeah, no, I get you. Hit the mic. No, so yeah, if anyone has hit me up or has hit Cody up to be in photos, we'll probably get there. Yes, we will. I go pretty half-cocked with all of my ideas. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. It just happens.
Yeah.
So.
I don't ever know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Like, every single day that I've done photos so far...
Same.
The idea that I go in with is not the idea that comes out.
Pretty much, yeah. You know? I always feel weird when, like, people are... Like, new people I shoot with. Like, it's not bad when I've shot with them before and they know my process. But new people, it's like, hey... I want to look like I kind of don't know what I'm doing, but I promise you we're going to get there. This is Lucas Matterson. He's been wanting to shoot with me for a while. I've been wanting to shoot with him for a while. Super cool kid, super weird, which is awesome. We kind of like that meshes well with my stuff. And yeah, this is my idea. I kept trying to think, what the hell can I do with blue? Besides taking just a photo of something blue, I was like, man, maybe I'll just paint him blue or something like that.
I had that same exact idea.
I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, I was walking around Walmart and just saw the Valentine's Day crap, and I was like, oh man, what if I just paint like one of these boxes blue and then maybe some flowers blue? And I was like, shit, then I could get like a suit for somebody. And I kind of wanted it to be more like blue was kind of taking over. There's still going to be like remnants of the actual suit, but I didn't find a black suit I liked, and then we found like a gray suit, and when I started spray painting it, it just looked like a blue suit. I was like, why didn't I just buy a fucking blue suit? But Kayla made a really good point, is like when you look at it, the flowers, the props, and his suit are all the same tone.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is really cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about this photo is my favorite thing about the photo is the composition. I really like how it's kind of superhero-ish.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's with the 35 with this one. And I love it. It looks dark. In a perfect world, I wish his hair was a little longer, because I have this weird thing where I just love hair in front of faces. Like, I feel like that's just been kind of my niche lately, where it just no face, and I feel like it adds so much, like, I guess, mystery to it. Which this looks great. His hair looks dope as hell. But just like a little bit more, like, just because that's what I've been gravitating towards. But yeah, no, he killed it. We went and got it from Goodwill. Everything worked out really well. Cops didn't get called. We were spray painting like out in public. No, I'm pretty happy with it. And then like just reminded me of like Blue Valentine a little bit, which is like the most depressing movie in the world.
Another small detail I like about this that I want to point out is he barefoot?
Yeah.
Because I really like that for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just like some visceral thing. I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah, he's like, should I take my shoes off? I'm like, yeah, we probably shouldn't get spray paint on it. And I was like, this will probably look better with no shoes. It just looks more distraught.
Yeah, it adds like a layer of like despair into the photo. Like something about it is really sad looking.
Yeah. I try to rough up the suit a little bit more. You can't really tell in this shot. I just really like the colors in this one and how it looks. But I got a few more I need to edit from this set, and like I pulled the right here is up, here's ripped, and then we kind of stabbed all over the suit, and it just looks really. There's like a few shots of him like eating the chocolates, and I spray painted those blue. Like he didn't eat the chocolate, but it looks like he's eating it. It's just really dark. It was a first shoot with him. Killed it, loved it, made today really easy. Turned out pretty well how I was thinking it was going. In my mind, I think I wanted to get more of like a motion shot where it looked like he was walking and like kind of slumping. But with that, I think I would have needed like to make it look more abstract, not abstract, but conceptual, like a giant heart-shaped box candy thing.
Yeah.
But those are super expensive. I didn't want to do that. No, I'm super happy with today. So
yeah, I like it a lot.
Definitely.
Mine was kind of like a product of just like necessity, I guess, because again, today I had no ideas at all, and I had 10 billion things to do today. Like when I woke up, I went and Jordan Reynolds wanted to do some photos of me today. So I went and hung out with him for a while, and he did photos, and we talked about what I was going to do for my day. And my original idea was to find somebody and have another person hold like a gallon of paint and just dump it on them and get the action shot of the paint hitting them, which would have been cool. But finding a location where that would have been cool to do without it like ruining everything, and then having somebody let me dump paint on them in cold weather because it wasn't as warm today as it has been.
No.
So when he was dropping me off, I realized when we pulled into the driveway here that my brother totally has a blue car.
And he always wears blue.
And so I walked in, I was like, do you want to be in photos? And he's like, well, okay, what do you want to do? And I explained to him the idea. I'm like, but you have to wear blue jeans, you need to wear a blue shirt, and your car has to look shitty. Like, it has to look as shitty as possible. Yeah. Which is hard, because his car's nice.
It's a nice car,
He's got a really nice car. But fortunately, he hasn't washed it, so it's like, it
looks kind of rough.
It's like weathered a little bit. And I really, really wish I had a smoke bomb today. I almost asked you if you had an extra.
I would have. I had a couple.
I wish I would have, because that's the only thing to me that this photo is missing. Is it would have been awesome if there was like some smoke coming out of the hood.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But at the same time, I like it because it looks like a movie still.
Yeah,
it looks like a still from a movie, like a really dark kind of movie. Like I don't know what kind of movie. Maybe kind of more of a horror one or something. But it just looks. I just like it. It looks nice and even. The colors match kind of the blue tone to it.
It definitely, to me, looks like something bad is about to happen to him.
Yeah,
like worse than the car itself. And I also like the idea of like, we both went real literal with the color blue.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the photo kind of works on two levels, because blue is also an emotion.
And
the
that's
car
kind
is broken down, you're kind of blue. Like
that's kind of what I was trying to. Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works. Like, not only did both of us use dudes today for the first time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
but we also incorporated the feeling as well as the color without even talking to each other about it.
Yeah, that is, we have that weird thing sometimes where like, we'll do basically the same fucking thing without ever talking to each other, which is awesome. No, it's cool that we have like a connection like, because I haven't had any other like, well, I don't really know that many other photographers.
Yeah, I don't either.
I guess that's what happens when we've been shooting so long together. But yeah, no, that's awesome because this looks great. Looks like a movie still to me, and I just like how I feel like you could break this apart in segments and it'd be like even. I guess I'm trying to say like the road, the car, the tree line.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's so not what I was picturing in my mind. Like originally what I wanted to do was have the car with the hood, and I was going to Photoshop some smoke in, which I tried to do in a couple shots, but I don't think it worked that well. But I really wanted him to be sitting up against the car, like with a cigarette in his mouth, looking really frustrated that his car was broken down in the middle of nowhere. But it was so damn marshy where we were. Like he would have ruined his clothes, and then we didn't bring towels or anything because I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And he would have got into his car covered in fucking mud and shit. So I had to like improvise a little bit, and I wasn't going to use my flash either. But that's the thing I like the most about the picture. Is that he's kind of like, I put the flash. I put the flash inside of the engine, and then I just angled it upwards at him.
Looks great.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I agree. Like, because now that I'm thinking about with the smoke bomb, because then you could have made the scene wider, and then it would have just been like his pair of legs, like because those smoke bombs that like you get. He would have had to hold his breath for a while. Yeah. So that would have been great. All that smoke coming out, and all you see is like his waist and down.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. But I think this looks great.
I'll live with what I got for
it is a clean, professional looking shot, and it looks like it's from a movie, and that's why I like it.
And today is I guess it's not the first day, but it's like my go-to lens is my 24-70.
I never use mine,
which is
crazy. Only for weddings. Like I like for weddings and stuff. Yeah, it's great.
I love it. It's my favorite lens in the world. It's the one lens I have that I would not get rid of for anything. I get rid of every other lens before, even the art, which I love.
I can't get rid of my 85, but the 35, I just don't really use it that much. But mine's kind of like not falling apart, but it's taking a beating.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like my 24-70. You do use it so much better than me.
I also have fucking 2 more years of experience with it.
True, but I don't know. I guess, and maybe it's just because I'm just such a sucker for my primes.
I love prime lenses, but I feel like every time I use a prime, I wish that I could get a little bit further of a depth of field, or I hate being handcuffed to one.
Oh yeah, it's bittersweet for sure. Like you either get gold or it's like fuck.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I'm so bad about bringing other equipment with me. Like if I'm going to a shoot, I get it in my mind what lens I'm going to use, and then I kind of just use that lens. Like very rarely will I pack my camera bag and take everything with me.
I usually bring all my lenses. I only take my one because I have 2 of the Mark IIIs now, but I only bring 2 of those to weddings, and then I use 2 cameras there. But honestly, a lot of times lately, like at weddings and stuff, having 2 cameras is kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, it's nice for like certain parts of it, but like by the time you're on your way to the reception, I'm only using 1 camera, and it's with the 24-70.
Yeah.
So, but it is nice to have a backup. But I like to keep all my lenses, at least my primes. I do like having like a 35 wide and the 85, and then, but then that 1.4 with the depth of field, especially during like weddings, that first kiss moment. I always want to keep it at 1.4, but I just bump it up a little bit to like 1.8 or just in case.
I'm not that ballsy.
My best shots though have been at the 1.4.
Yeah.
If it's outside, I don't care. Outside, good lighting, I'll pump that down and I'll get ready for it. And I've been doing that, and I guess it's just totally off topic with weddings, but like I'm like, hey, when you go for that first kiss, give me a 3-second good, give me a good kiss, and I feel like I feel comfortable. Like churches with like shit lighting, I don't risk it.
Yeah,
the lighting's just been bad.
Pain in the ass to do church weddings.
Yes, but awesome. There we go.
Yeah, we made it through the first week. I realize this is only 6 days in.
Yeah, true.
But we've decided that we're going to meet up. Is it going to be every Sunday? Is that the
That'd
plan?
be easiest because I have Sundays off. So,
so do I.
Yeah,
so every Sunday we're just going to do a recap, kind of like this, and we'll get into our own little flow of doing things, I'm sure. But for a first episode, I think this was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think we did good. I think we knocked everything out. I think every photo looks pretty solid. And yeah, hell yeah.
So far, you're in the lead as far as quality goes, though. With that one photo is better than all of them.
Oh yeah, and it should go on record that we don't fight. We just have a very good, healthy competition because we are super supportive of each other. But damn it, do we try to? We try.
Oh yeah,
and it's good. I like that because that's why I'm like, fuck, I gotta do.
I'm such a fucking competitive human being anyway. Like I hate when someone's better than me at anything. Like even if I'm fucking playing that stupid quarter game at the bar where you drop the quarter in and try to make it in the shot glass, if I'll waste like $10 fucking just to fucking, if someone makes one, I gotta make two. Like I just get in my own. And it's the same way with you. Like you're my fucking shot glass in the quarter.
No, it's good though. It's good because we don't get malicious.
No,
it's just
and not only do we not get malicious, but when someone does better, the other person's like, dude, you did better.
God damn it,
you win today, bro.
God damn, yeah. No, that's the best part of it, and that's the people you should like find when you're creating art is people that do get pretty real. You know what I mean? So I think that helps out a lot. So. No, I'm really excited to do this project. I hope we don't lose our fire, and I hope nothing happens.
I'm sure that there's going to be easier weeks than and harder weeks, and
I'm not going to be hard on myself. You know what I mean? With it, because I wasn't hard on myself when we did that first 365. There was days where I edited and posted the photo the next day because I had shit going on.
Yeah, so, and I'm sure it'll be the same way.
As long as my rule is as long as the photo's taken that day, I can post it 2 days later. Yeah. As long as it's taken that day. I know some people are like, it has to be taken, edited, and posted that day. I'm like, motherfucker, I got a life.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Ain't gonna happen every time. Especially because like some of my ideas, they're like I only have like a half hour before midnight. Like when we did the first 365, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to do something at like 11:30, and then like okay, I shot it before midnight, but it's not gonna get edited before then. Yeah. Like it's just not like that's too much.
It is too much, and especially for people. Because I know there's a few people that are doing the 365 as well with us. Not really, I mean, no one's doing it with each other, but we're all doing the same project, which is nice. And I feel like a lot of those people have never done one before. Follow that. Don't feel pressured to have it edited. Definitely try to post it the next day, but take the photo that day and just feel good. Yeah. That's all that matters. Even if whether it be your best shot or a meh shot, as long as you're doing it.
I think even that is important to say is that you're gonna have days where you don't like what you get. Yeah, it's just no one is perfect 100% of the time. I wish I was like firing at 10 out of 10.
I wish
every day, but some days I'm just not. Some days like there will be like even this week the self portrait that I had, I'm super not happy with that photo at all, and it was day 2. So. At the beginning of this project, because last year I slipped so far with my photos, I barely shot last year at all.
Yeah, I only did business stuff.
Yeah, so me too. Yeah. So like I was really scared that I lost it. It wasn't until I did the shoot with Morgan where I felt like I had like 60 edits or some shit like that. Like I'm being hyperbolic, but I had a lot of edits.
Oh yeah, you edit more than me. Yeah. Give me like 4 to 10 shots from I like a little more. Like less quantity for me. Yeah. I don't know why, but you're much more like.
Yeah, I just have I don't know. Like I shoot a ton. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you do. Yeah.
I try to fill my card up every time I shoot. Yeah. Because I just think it's better to have too much than not enough.
True.
And then I'll go into editing, and I always go in for every shoot I do, I only want one hero shot. I want that one. Yeah. But there's always like 10, 15 photos. I'm like. I like these too, so I just go ahead and plus I get this. I don't know if you have the same problem, but I get this weird hang up after I finish a shoot that I can't do anything until I'm done with it. Like it drives me nuts until it's done.
I do, but I guess maybe the reason why I do less is because like right now I'm backed up on like wedding stuff because that fucking 3-week trip really put a chink in my chain. So like I'm playing catch up right now. And I am like that, but with like, I'll be doing, like in today's photo, I was like, I had to knock at least the best shots out because I have to go back and work on like my paid stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I do feel that. If I had more time on my hands, probably. But like right now, I'm like, shit, I got to get these done.
Right.
So
and that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. But I agree with you. Like, it festers in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's a real thing, especially when you do one you're proud of. You're
Yeah.
like, God damn, I really want to get those. Because last year we didn't really do much, so
Yeah.
this is kind of not whole new, but just a rejuvenation.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it kind of is a whole new thing. Like, I'm trying to, every day I'm trying, whether it's in the camera or in post, I'm trying to do a technique that I've never done before.
Yeah.
Like, that's the important part of it to me. Because, like, I feel like I got so comfortable in, like, a style that, like, I know I'm good at this style, and this is what people know me for, so I'm just gonna, like, stick with this. And I did that shit for years.
Yeah.
I think what happened was I just got burnt the fuck out because I wasn't experimenting anymore. So this whole project for me is, I'm like, no matter what I do, I want there to be something about it that is just a little bit different than what I usually do.
Yeah, I get you. I feel that. I'm trying to just get really weird with it. Like, I want to get weird, conceptual. Like, that's what I love about. Like, I like wedding photos. I love wedding photos and all that. But when it comes to my work, I like that shot that in the woods. Like, I fucking love that weird kind of I don't know.
I gotta tap back into that because I've lost that. I don't feel like I've done a weird one yet.
Well, like when we were trying to do it last year, I had a few days where I was like, yeah, these are pretty good, but it was so forced. I don't know. Maybe it's just we jumped back into it so quick.
Yeah.
After not really giving it too much of a break after our first 365.
Yeah.
But I look back, I'm like, man, I kind of didn't really do. Like, I got all the way to, I think, May.
Yeah, you got way further than I did.
I got to May, but there's only probably maybe 10 shots that I'm like, I'd put that in my portfolio maybe.
Yeah.
Like, but after that, I'm just like, I kind of was just rushing. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was just, it might have been me and Kayla were in the middle of a move, a different place in my life, or maybe 2018 just sucked. There was good stuff, but overall it was kind of a meh year.
Yeah, for me, 2018 was like, I think that's another reason I'm choosing to be optimistic about this because 2018 was like in the top 2 worst years of my life, easily.
Yeah.
Like, it was really bad for me. Really depressed, really anxious, having panic attacks all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Wasn't doing anything productive about it. I was drinking myself stupid because it was the only thing I could do that made the panic stop.
Yeah.
So this year, like, I'm trying to be a little more productive, and I'm finding that I'm still having anxiety and panic attacks and shit like that, but it's quelled a little bit because it's like I'm not focused on it.
Well, I don't know about you, but like I kind of came to a realization when me and Kayla were in Thailand that, like, I mean, of course I was in Thailand, but the whole time I was like, fuck, because I'd done it before with Cody, but I was like, this time's a little different because my panic attacks are even worse. I'm going to have a panic attack on the flight. I'm going to have a panic attack while we're over there. I don't know because I'm 9,000 miles away from home. But never once did it happen. Granted, I was on my Zoloft, but it's super low dose, like super low. But then I kind of just came to the realization that, like, if I'm doing stuff, like I'm doing things in my life. I'm not doing, like, I'm making shit happen. I'm doing stuff. I'm being active. I'm doing things I'm going to look back on and be like, I'm so glad I did that. I forget about my anxiety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think just being stagnant is a big part of my...
and it's so easy to, like, I'm not trying to talk shit about this town. Like, I love this town, but it is easy to stagnate here.
Oh, it is. I mean, you just get kind of like... I think it's worse for people who are prone to anxiety.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You got to get out and do stuff. You got to go to new places, meet new people, get projects done. That's why, we're doing this podcast. We're doing 365. We both are, I think, wanting to get into the other podcasting. I want to get into sculpting. There's... God damn, I'm 25. I'm about to be 26. I got to do something.
30, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you at least know more than photography. I want to do things. I want to travel more. I want to do
I kind of, like, the only, like, real panic attack I've even had was I was having a conversation with, I think, my dad, and he was like, Cody, you're 30. And I'm like, yeah, quit reminding me. He's like, no, I need to remind you because you need to shit or get off the pot. I'm like, fuck, Dad!
I feel like you're constantly shitting.
That's what I
in a good way.
Constant all the time, nonstop shit.
What does he want from you?
I think he just wants. Like, I think, like, it was more in reference to like making projects that are more than just the project. You know what I mean?
Like career settings.
Like get an audience for it. Like, don't just finish something and then abandon it. Like, when you're done with something, promote it. Like.
True, and I feel that. I guess I have, like. There's stuff, like, I never do photo contests. I never submit my work anywhere. You know what I mean? Maybe we should.
We probably should. I'm just the kind of person that, like, I like to do it, and when I'm done with it, I want to go to the next thing.
Yeah.
I don't like sitting there and dwelling on the same, like, which is why I feel like it's so hard to break past the point where we're both at, because we're so involved in the actual making of it. Like, that's the part that's fun.
Yeah.
So that's the part that we gravitate to, where all the other little things that you could do to make yourself more established or well known, where it's like, me.
It's kind of it, yeah.
They'll find us organically, but that's not how it works.
I know, because, you know, like, I have, like Alex, Milani, all these people are hustling, and, you know, and it's more music, but, like, they're doing tours, they're putting flyers out, and marketing, doing their shit all the time. I'm like, God damn it, I need to do this. I need to do that for my craft. I have all these people in my life who I love that are doing, I mean, they're struggling. Everybody struggles, but they're doing it.
Right.
You know, and they're doing the creating part too. So you know what I mean? I need to start doing all the parts as well. So, oh man. Yep.
Yeah, well, that was a fun note to end on. Yeah. We're just lacking.
We're trying.
Yeah,
we're trying, and that's 2019, baby.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Time to be the best me's.
So here's on to next week.
Sounds good.
See you guys later.
See ya.